Okay guys, I'm back with part 2, and this part I'm going to show you the makeup that I bought at IMATS. And the first product that I'm going to show you is something that I've been wanting to buy for quite a while, but every time I go to buy it, it would be sold out or out of stock, just not available. So finally I've got my hands on it, and that is MAC's Face and Body Foundation in white. Now, I'd heard amazing things about this product. I know for a fact that Dita Von Teese uses this on her arms and legs and her face just to get that perfect porcelain glow, and that's something that I'd heard from one of the MAC makeup artists. And for a while I was thinking, you know, yes, Dita Von Teese is pale, but how could she be that pale? And they told me that this is her secret. And the great thing about this product is because it is quite sheer and light, it doesn't look really caked on and heavy, and you can get away with it looking natural. And I'd done a video before on, you know, paling your skin, which was my one for Halloween. I do love the Kryolan product, but I do think that it's for a more extreme pale look. This is something that I'd more use on a regular basis because I can get away with it looking more natural. I'm going to swatch a bit on my arm so I can show you. And the MAC Pro exhibit at IMATS was fantastic. There was a great discount on the products. I think it was about 30%, or 20%, which is pretty decent off MAC products. And they just had such a great range of Pro products there. So I'm just going to blend that into my skin so you can see. And it pretty much just feels like a moisturiser. So that's it there, if you can see. Just through that part there. And now personally, if I was looking at my arm or I saw that on someone else, I could not tell that that is makeup. And it's pretty much transfer resistant as well. I found that once it is on there and it is dried, it does not smudge over my clothes. So this is like the perfect find for me. I'm so happy about it. I'm also really happy because I can, you know, mix it in with other products for my face, and I can always put like a little bit of shimmer in it and mix it in for my body. And yeah, and there's such a lot of it as well. I mean, it's a 120ml bottle of product, which is heaps, and I'm not going to run out of that anytime soon. So definitely get the MAC Face and Body Foundation in white if you guys are obsessed with being pale but you want something more natural looking. Now the next thing I'm going to go on to is the Illamasqua display, and I was a little bit disappointed because I got in there at about 9:30. IMATS opened at 8:30 and already so much of the Illamasqua stuff had gone, but from what I'd heard, they kind of just brought down a few colours and products from each thing, so they didn't have like their full range or anything close. They just brought in bits and pieces, but it was so cheap, so I really wish I had got more. But I'm really hoping that next year, if I get the opportunity, that I will work for Illamasqua, and if I do, then hopefully I'll get an amazing discount. I mentioned this product before, which was their powder foundation. Now, a few people have said to me that they've had bad luck with Illamasqua face products. I went off the Rich Liquid Foundation for a while, and now I'm hooked on it again. It is a good product, you just have to know how to use it. So I think I'm going to do a video for you guys showing you exactly how I use the product. And I'd also heard from the people working at Illamasqua at IMATS that their new skin-based foundation is an amazing foundation. It's really high coverage, just like the Rich Liquid Foundation, but it's a lot easier to work with, and apparently it's just a fabulous foundation. So that's something that I'm wanting to try in the near future. I bought this before, and my first one that I had unfortunately shattered, and it is it's their powder foundation, and it is such a delicate product. It is so chalky and fine that it is so easy to smash one of these. I love the product, but from now on I'm just going to keep mine at home. And the one that I got was just powder foundation in 115, which is just my natural colour, which is the lightest Illamasqua natural shade. And it just comes with a little sponge, and that's kind of the colour. I think I've shown you this in a video before, but really high opacity, one stroke, and it's fab. It was pretty lucky actually because I went down there and everyone was trying to get 115 and hoping that they'd have that product there, and they didn't actually bring it down. But I went and picked up one of the 105 packages, opened it up, and it just so happened that there was a 115 in the box by mistake. So that worked out perfectly for me, and it was only $20, so that's really great value. The next products I'm going to show you were an IMATS must-have for me, which were the OCC lip tars. And these have been products that I've been obsessing about for ages, but I never got around to buying them. And luckily I waited till IMATS because I got them at an amazing price at $14 each. And I bought 6 lip tars. I've got one on today. The one I have on is RX. So the lip tars definitely did match up to my expectations. They are so pigmented, and the thing that I really love about them is pretty much being like an artist and mixing around with paints, because they're so easy to mix and you can create any colour with them. It was really hard for me to just settle on 6 of them because there's so many colours that they have. But because I had so many brightly coloured Lime Crime lipsticks anyway, I decided to just settle on 6. And I'll just show you in a little pot before I start showing you the swatches. Something that I mixed. And this is just an example, like I created this beautiful baby pink shade of the product just by mixing Anime, the bright hot pink, with the white, and it's such a beautiful candy pink colour. So I'll just tell you a little bit about my first impressions of the lip tars. They definitely are right on YouTube when people tell you about them, and you have to be careful and sparing with the products because they do bleed. I'd say that you do need a lip liner unless you are incredibly careful, and be very careful about the amount that you put on, because the first colour that I put on was this blue one, and I put it on like a lip gloss, and before you knew it my teeth were bright blue and it was not easy to get off. They stain like anything, and when you do put them on I really recommend going like this just so that you can let the product kind of dry a little bit. And they do dry, they kind of settle into your skin, and it's kind of more like an ink for your lips, more than any other kind of product I've tried. So I'll just show you the kind of colours that I bought. RX, which is the bright blue. If you're wondering what the difference is between this one and Lime Crime's No She Didn't, there is quite a lot of difference. This one is much more vivid, the other one's more of a bubblegum blue, and this is just a really bright acid blue. It's such a beautiful colour. I really like it, and I think I'm going to wear it quite a lot. Second colour I bought was, that was the blue, if you just needed to see a swatch on my arm. Second colour I bought was Katricia. And one thing I noticed about my makeup collection, which was really weird, is that I didn't have a purple lipstick or lip gloss really in my collection, which is really odd. But I guess I was just waiting to come across this lip tar, and that's just that one there. So it's a really kind of true grapey kind of purple colour, and like all the other lip tars, very intense, very pigmented. The next one I'm going to show you is Tard. Tard is just the black, and the great thing about lip tars in buying black and white is that you can mix them with any other colours and create something. So the black one's just there. Now of course I love black lipstick, so I'll be using this product on its own, but I'm also going to be using it to mix with all the other colours. And the next one that I bought was NSFW, which is, I think, not safe for work, apparently that's what it stands for, which is just a very true, vivid primary red colour, just that one there. And the next one is Feathered. Feathered is the white, just that one down there. And I probably won't be using this so much on its own, more so mixing it with all the other colours. And the last one that I bought was Anime, which was a very bright fuchsia magenta pink colour, that one there. To give you an idea of what you could do with the colours that I have, I can mix Katricia and Feathered together and create a lilac. I could mix Feathered and RX together and create a really nice baby blue. Something I've already done, you can mix Feathered and Anime and create baby pink. You could even probably mix Not Safe for Work and Feathered together and also create a shade of pink. feathered and tarred together and create grey. You can mix tarred and not safe for work together and create a really deep red. And you can mix not safe for work and anime together and create a more pink toned red. So that's just a few things that I kind of came up with. As you can see, the potential is endless. They're so easy to mix. Also, I love how they smell like mint. So definitely do check them out online. Definitely one of the standouts for me at IMATS this year. And yeah, they have so much endless potential. Now the final product I'm going to show you is the most exciting product for me, which was a purchase I made on the second day. And before I go on to the second day, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what we got up to at night. We went out on Saturday night. It was pouring with rain in Sydney, but we did go out for quite a late night, and yeah, it got a little bit rowdy. I went out with a huge group of my friend George's friends who are all makeup artists, and you know, obviously we share a lot of interests in common, so we had such a great time. And yeah, we ended up scoffing pizza at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it was great. But we did rock up a bit later for IMATS the next day. What I bought on the second day was my Inglot Freedom palette, and I had heard quite a bit about this product, but I never really got into Inglot that much, and so I just happened by chance to go over to the Inglot display and touch a few of the colours, and I was blown away at just how amazing these products are. So before I actually went and bought one of the palettes, I was going to start with a 10 palette, but that didn't happen, so I thought I'd go for a 20 palette, but that also didn't happen, and instead I went for the 40 palette. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about these. Basically, you buy the Freedom System palette on its own, just this empty palette, and these 40 palettes have only just come to Australia, and I'm pretty sure that they're not available everywhere in all Inglot stores. They're only just come out, so you might have to jump online and try to find out when they're coming out. I know that they were kind of having them as a special thing for IMATS this year. I'll tell you a little bit about the palette before I start on the colours. The palette itself is so fantastic. As you can see, it's a great design. It's really heavy and solid, and I've noticed that a few YouTubers have complained about this. Personally, I love it because I feel like I can hold this in my hands. If I drop it, the products aren't all going to smash everywhere, and it just feels nice and sturdy and good quality. And how it basically works is this just slides off. Let's turn it. It's all... hang on. So that's just the cover on it, and this just slides off to reveal the palette underneath, and it's all magnetized with very strong magnets. And then what you do is you buy all the colours separately, and you can just add them in, and there is something like over 140 colours, I'm pretty sure. They come in all different finishes. Personally, I love matte finishes, so I bought quite a lot of those, but they do kind of satin finishes, there's glittery ones, all sorts, and there's every colour you can imagine. So you just buy the little individual colours like this. They just come in something like this, and at IMATS there was a 30% discount, so they were $7 each, but usually they're $10 each, which is so cheap once I show you how amazing these eyeshadows are. And they're just metal based, and this whole palette, all these little empty bits in here, they're all magnetized. So all you need to do is drop the eyeshadows in, and as you can see, they don't come out. And how you do get them out is you get the cover of the palette, and all you need to do is just slide it over an eyeshadow that you want to take out, and then you just lift the eyeshadow out like that, if you can see. It's popped out. So it can be a little bit fiddly, but at least you know that they're in there and they're going to stay in there. Now, these are the colours that I bought. I'm going to just show them like this and hold this here. And what I'm going to do is, after this video, I'm going to tell you left to right, like this way, going down, exactly what colours these are, because they're all done by numbers, and that way you can know what colours I bought, because there's no way I'm going to be able to tell you what these colours are because they're all in numbers. So basically, yeah, I've started my palette. I'm going to do it in 5 kind of sections. First section I'm going to do Rainbow Brights. The second one I'm going to do really bright colours but not traditional kind of rainbow colours. The next one is pastels. The next one is neutrals, and down the bottom I'm going to do like smoky black dark colours. You can't really see, but one of these is just black with a silver glitter running through it, and the other one is black with a red glitter running through it. And they are so similar to the NARS Night collection, like Night Porter, all of those ones. They remind me so much of that, but you know, at a fraction of the price. So as you can see, you know, I've really personalised this for my own needs. I can see this as being a fantastic product for makeup artists, because you do have the option to, you know, personalise your palette so much. But you know, obviously that counts for nothing if the product itself isn't any good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a one swipe test on my fingers using my 88 palette, comparing it to my Inglot palette, so you can see how much of a huge difference in pigmentation it is. So this is my 88 palette, and I can tell you this is not really going to be used very much anymore because these products do not compare to Inglot. So I'm going to take just a yellow and switch it once on my finger. So now I'm going to take one of the Inglot ones and do the same thing. So that is the 88 palette, and that's the Inglot one. I'll swatch another Inglot one for you. Here's a lilac. Now if you can't see in that video, these are insanely pigmented. They are so amazing. They're definitely equal to the quality of MAC. They actually remind me a lot of the Illamasqua eyeshadows. And as much as, you know, I love eyeshadows and colours, I can't afford to spend $30 per eyeshadow that I buy. So I really love everything about this product. I love that I can personalise it. I love the range of colours. I love the quality of the product. So I definitely recommend running out and buying an Inglot Freedom palette as soon as you can. Because, yeah, I can't wait till this thing is full. So, again, and I've got on my eyes today, whoop, the yellow from the Inglot palette. So definitely get into the Freedom system. It's going to be my new thing. These eyeshadows are so pigmented, they're probably even more pigmented than my pigments. That's all the products that I have to share with you. It was really hard to exercise self-control at IMATS. There was a lot of other products that I wanted, but I can't have everything. But yeah, I hope that this was of some use to you guys, that you enjoy the products that I've shown you today. If you have any questions at all about any of the products, just let me know. Like I said, I'm going to tell you the names of all the colours that I've provided and websites for everything. I had such an amazing time at IMATS. Once again, it was so fantastic to meet so many of you guys, and I'll be back with another video very soon.